Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm very happy to see you here in another mini Common Art session, this time with the topic, My Tree of Life. My Tree of Life. Okay. Many cultures have representations of trees of life. Mexico is no exception, of course. And through this session, we are going to be exploring the symbolism behind the Tree of Life, a painting created by Gustav Klimt, an Austrian painter. And afterwards, I'm going to invite you to do an activity. You can do it on your own or with your family, with your kids, to create your own Tree of Life. What are we going to do? We're going to start with a brain gym exercise called BDPQ. Talk a bit about Gustav Klimt and what is Art Nouveau, the kind of art that Gustav Klimt used to create his art, at least some part in his life. We're going to explore the painting, and then I will show you how you can create your own Tree of Life. Are we ready to begin? I hope so. And so let's begin by doing this brain gym exercise. For that, I'm going to switch for whole screen so that you can see better. Here we are. We have these four letters, B, D, P, Q. If you notice, all of them are made with a circle and then with a stick. For B, it's on the left side. For D, it's on the right side. P is down to the left side, and Q is down to the right side. So what are we going to do? You can do this standing or sitting. We're going to raise arm or right arm, left foot, or right foot. Okay? Whether it's B, D, P, Q. You can do it sitting or standing. Are we ready to go for it? We begin from left to right, from top to bottom, continuing the letters. If you make a mistake, don't worry. Just shake out your mistake and start again. Let's begin. B, D, P, Q, B, P, Q, D, Q, Q, B, P, P, D, Q, B, P, D, D, P, Q, D, P, Q, D, P, Q, B, B, Q, D, P, B, Q, D, Q, B, D, P, Q. This is an excellent brain gym exercise, and especially, for example, for kids who who happen to have dyslexia, or you as a grown-up, if you happen to have dyslexia, these letters sometimes are mixed up. And so you can try it, and you can go from top to bottom, from left to right, or from bottom to top, from right to left, or going down, following each of the lines. Right? Let's move on. Okay. Let's talk a little bit of Gustav Klimt. I am going to read the image that you see on top. You can practice reading aloud with me. Gustav Klimt was born in 1862 and died in 1918. Austrian symbolist, Art Nouveau painter, whose primary subject was the female body. His artwork is marked by a sensual erotism. He lived a simple, cloistered life and avoided other artists. He often wore a robe, sandals, and no undergarments. He also had many discreet affairs with women and fathered at least 14 children. Most of his paintings are characterized by golden or colored swirling designs, spirals, and repetitive patterns. So you see, he was quite a character. Some people say, some biographers say that Gustav Klimt lost many dear people when he was young, and that's why he became so cloistered, meaning that he didn't want to go out, he didn't want to relate with other people, with other artists. He was basically inside his atelier, just wearing like very simple clothes. But well, he was very interested in the female body. Art Nouveau. What is Art Nouveau? So Art Nouveau is a decorative style of art that flourished between 1890 and 1910. It was often inspired by natural forms, curved lines, plants, flowers, nature, repetitive patterns, and bright colors. If you haven't come across to any Art Nouveau, let me tell you that in Mexico, the most representative Art Nouveau piece of architecture is Palacio de Bellas Artes, or the Fine Arts Palace, downtown Mexico City. From the whole construction to the vault that you have in the main hall in Palacio de Bellas Artes, or the glass painting that you can see, the curtain on stage. It's made of glass and steel. They are considered Art Nouveau. If you haven't been inside the palace, but maybe you have been in the metro, the train, the metro station at Palacio de Bellas Artes is also an Art Nouveau piece of decoration. So if you ever travel to Mexico City, I invite you to see Palacio de Bellas Artes and admire the fantastic representation of Art Nouveau. Palacio de Bellas Artes started its construction when Porfirio Diaz was the dictator in Mexico. And Porfirio Diaz was very much influenced by French art. So that's why he decided to have this magnificent palace built in that style. Okay, so let's go to Gustav Klimt and his Tree of Life. So here it is, this wonderful piece of art, the Tree of Life, or also called Stocklet Friese. Why? Because it was made for the Stocklet family, or it was conceived for the Stocklet family, a very prominent family in Austria at that time. And at the beginning, it was conceived as 3 separate panels: a frieze, or in Spanish, friso. It's some sort of a mural, but not necessarily painted on the wall, but consisting of 3 panels. The panel on the left was this lady over here that you see also on the left of the photograph of the painting. It's a woman looking at the future. And the panel on the right was this couple embracing each other. And the central panel was different. It was another piece of art. Everything surrounded, or everything with the background of the tree of life. Now, what about it? What about the tree of life? Now, the tree of life is a very important symbol used by many theologies, philosophies, and mythologies. It signifies the connection between heaven, earth, and the underground. And the same concept is illustrated in this painting by Gustav Klimt. It is actually the only landscape that he created during his golden period. Gustav Klimt has this period where he used golden paint in many of his most famous pieces of art, like The Kiss or The Embrace and many others. So he created luxurious art pieces during that time. The tree of life that Gustav Klimt represents over here is bold, but it's original also, and it's in a certain way simple. It is, you can see the swirling branches, you can see these turns and twists of life. Well, the branches, they twist, they twirl, they turn, and it represents the complexity of life. The branches reach up to the sky, and the trunk roots into the earth beneath, creating the connection between heaven, earth, and the underworld, meaning that we all creatures, living creatures, we are born, we grow, and finally we return back to earth as we die. Death is also represented in the center of this image by the black bird sitting on one of the branches. And according to many specialists who have analyzed this painting, the tree of life represents wisdom, beauty, strength, and protection. You will see in a moment, we will explore a little bit more these things in the painting as I zoom in so that you can see some details. But you can see that in the branches, there is the eye of Horus. It's an Egyptian, the typical Egyptian eye. And well, Horus lost his eye, but the eye healed. And it represents health and physical integrity. It represents the protective powers, the watchful eyes, or wisdom also. Now, the young woman that you see on the left of the image is facing life. She is covered with a tunic. She is protecting her future that will be fulfilled, and this future is represented by the couple on the right side of the painting. Yes, the lovers embrace on the right. The woman on the left represents the dancer, loneliness, hope, expectations, yearning for love that she will have in the future. So let's do some zoom in this painting. Okay, let's see if I can manage this adequately. Well, you can see over here the black bird. Gustav Klimt used many representations of the Egyptian culture as well. The black bird representing death. You can see the eye of Horus many times along the painting. Here we have another eye of Horus. over here, yes. And you can see how Gustav Klimt uses repetitive patterns in both the tunics of both ladies. Repetitive patterns, circles on the left side of the painting and triangles on the right side of the painting. And of course, the repetitive patterns of the branches that twirl, turn, representing that, well, everything that happens in our lives, the good and the bad things. And here you see the trunk also connecting earth or life with the underground or what happens after we are dead. And they go up, all the way up to the to heaven or to the sky. Now, Gustav Klimt used these repetitive patterns, this golden painting, and the only thing that he did sort of realistically were the faces of women. You can see the face on this woman on the left side of the painting, representing the future that she expects to have. She's looking at the future represented by the women over here, the woman over here, who is in a very wonderful embrace. Both the man and the woman are covered in a big tunic with repetitive patterns as well. In this case, circles, eyes. Which other things can you discover in this painting? Which other symbols can you see? These were symbols important for Gustav Klimt. Now, as you see, the tree itself, it's not complicated to make because it's just a trunk and then the branches with swirls representing, well, life. And along life, different symbols. Now, what else? I would like to hear your conversations. What else do you see or can you see in this painting by Gustav Klimt? There are many things to discover. Precisely that was one of the objectives of Gustav Klimt, or this is what happens with this painting, that you can be there watching it for a long time and you will discover more and more and more things. How about if you try to paint your own tree of life? As I told you, using Klimt's design, or if you wish, a Mexican design of a tree of life, how about you paint or you create your own tree of life? So using Klimt's design, you can just take a piece of paper, a pencil, for example, some colors, and then let your imagination recreate it. Start painting the trunk and then the branches with trails and turns, and then over the branches or on the roots, you can put some representations of what is important for you. I don't know, like small recreations of your family members or things or people who are important for you, symbols which are important for you. This would be a very nice activity to do with your children, with your family, and then share and comment. What is my tree of life? Which are my twists and turns? Which are my symbols? which are the things that are important for me, and how can I connect my present life with maybe my future or my past or my my life after I am gone. I don't know. Think about it. And let's finish this conversation with a quote by Gustav Klimt. He says, "Art is a line around your thoughts." So these twists, these turns, these branches that you create in your own tree of life would be the line that is happening around your thoughts. How would you represent your thoughts? How would you represent your feelings in these lines? I hope you have enjoyed the session. If you want to leave any comments, if you would like me to talk about any special piece of art, artist or art representation, please let me know and I will gladly explore and bring it to you. Remember my name, Marcela Grobet. Remember that every Sunday at 10 o'clock we have the premiere of a different mini common art series where you can practice your English, listening, reflecting, and commenting on the chat. You can contact me on Facebook and Instagram. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and get the notifications every time I upload a new video. Happy to see you and have a fantastic day. Have a wonderful life. Bye.